This is Pierre DuPont, and this is his attempt at surviving the zombie apocalypse in the suburbs of Paris. There are wandering zombies, deadly bandits, and regular helicopters. Pierre is going to need every ounce of his strength, intelligence, and maybe more than a little bit of luck if he's going to survive more than just a few days. This is Project Zomboid with a certain je ne sais quoi. So this is it. This is the beginning. This is Pierre DuPont's attempts at surviving in Paris. We are obviously starting in the spawn house. So we got a few minutes of relief just where we can just quickly search through the house, grab any food, any tools, any weapons, anything that will be useful. We will definitely take that. We'll be cleaving some heads in. But before we step outside, let's search through the whole house. Okay, well that is the whole house searched through. Let's rip these sheets, get a couple of bandages. At some point, it's just a matter of time, isn't it? At some point, Pierre's gonna get some sort of injury. This is a one-story home, so I'm not sure. Ooh. Wow. I'm not sure if this is going to be a good, suitable location to come back to and use as a base. I'm going to be looking out for a two-story home. But what I'm looking at right now is the absolute motherload of crops. Look at that. I'm seeing crops of all types. Some are ready to harvest straight away. So far, all we found in this house, meat cleaver, a pencil, we made some bandages and one can of evaporated milk. Before we do go out, let me show you guys what we're up against. There we are. Could I use the word metropolis? This is where we are in this little house here. That's where we started. But it's time to step outside. You can see we're surrounded by residential homes. Maybe that should be the first port of call, a pharmacy. We got a couple of weeks before the bandits come hunting us down. I mean, I'm sure the zombies will start hunting us down straight away. So what do we do? I mean, look how big this is. It's a huge, huge map, and there's some very, very big residential areas, or tall blocks of flats, I'm sure. I don't know where to go, where we'll be safe, if anywhere. But first, let's make our way south, or maybe loot the homes as we go, see if we can find a bag, a bottle, a few more bits of food, a can opener, some meds, all the real basic stuff. We're going to work our way down to this pharmacy here. Let's do this. Okay, so here we go. What are we going to find? Do we want to grab some crops straight away? Because we don't know the next opportunity we're going to find some food. We got the neighbors coming to say hi. Hey, that is the first of probably what will be. It's a little bit big. Let's grab it. And that is going to be the first of probably what will be many, many, many zombies. Let's work our way south. See if we can find our way to that pharmacy before it gets dark. Ooh, look at that house. Now that is I like the look of that house. That is a 3-story home. Ooh, but I'm seeing a house there with a fence all the way around. I think that would be, as 2-story, might be a really, really good place for a base, at least for these first few days. But first, we're going to grab a few bits of crops. We've got some broccoli. I don't want to harvest too many because they can be really, really, really heavy. Okay, that's 3 lots of crops. What have that given us? That's given us 6 broccoli and 5 tomato. Let's have a fresh tomato. I've got a feeling in a couple of weeks this sort of thing will be a real luxury. Okay, well at the moment, it could soon change, but at the moment this is one quiet neighborhood. I think we should seize the opportunity to get into a couple of homes, grab a few bits of loot. Okay, wow, that is a well-stocked bookcase. I think the zombie is upstairs. well, we can find quite a collection of books. I think, yeah, we've been found by a zombie. Let's just head outside. Some of them are going to crash through the window. There's only 3, but that is, we've got a massive selection of level 1 books already. Before we finish looting, let's clear the danger though. 3 zombies taken down. We gotta watch. It's not digital, but it's crucial to know what the time is really. Let's finish looting downstairs before we go up. Okay, well, at the moment beggars can't be choosers. We're going with the saucepan. Saucepan on the back. A saucepan and a frying pan. Big weapons to find this early on until we get better options. And again, we've been spotted. Okay, brilliant. We've got a digital watch. Let's wear it. That will give us a bit more information like the date and the temperature. Pass on the rolling pin as a weapon. Okay, let's check out upstairs. Okay, well, which door is the zombie behind? I think it's this one. Good call. Okay. Hopefully, no more banging means no more zombies. Let's finish looting this house and then move on. Okay, well, it sounds like there is a zombie downstairs. I can hear some banging. Let's hope it is just the one, but let's make this quick and let's get out of here before we get cornered, before we have any zombies coming upstairs. That banging is getting more intense, which means more zombies. They're banging on one of the front doors. Ooh, but boy, am I glad we came upstairs. Yeah, they're definitely in the house now. We need to get out of here. Ooh, okay, they've broken down the front door, which means they are around the corner. We are almost surrounded. Oh my god, I was not expecting that. Where the hell did these zombies come from? We are playing with wandering zombies, so absolutely will be some surprises. Yeah, it's fallen back a little bit. It's spread out the zombies a little bit, but man, he is super panicked right now, which means it's going to make him less effective in fighting. And then maybe some more zombies coming in. But we've got 3 or 4 to deal with. Let's see how Pierre does. Pretty well, which is fortunate because we've got more than we thought. Oh, man, we need to get that nimble up. That was a slow turn. 3 more zombies. Behind should be pretty clear, but right now Pierre's absolutely panicked out of his mind, and who could blame him? Oh, that was a bad miss. That was a bad miss. I thought it was all over already right then. But that is Pierre's first big challenge overcome. But boy, if he'd have spent any more time upstairs, he could have been surrounded with no way out. That could have all been over. That was close. Okay, so we're back at this house where we almost came to a bad end so soon as well. That house is looted. We do have a pencil so we can mark it off, but we're a little bit overweight almost. That is Pierre's desired house. It's 2-story. It's got a fence around it. It's as good as any. Man, where do these guys come from? It's as good as any in the location. And we're going to need to drop off gear. We're going to find a lot of more useful loot that we can afford to pick up and carry around. Oof. That is a really good option. We've got boots. We've got a hat. Do we want to take the firefighter gear? It is super heavy. I think we'll pass. We'll grab the nails. We're getting there though. Better boots, better hat, few weapons. Still need a bag, can opener, a little bit more food. Okay, it seems quiet, but man, it is difficult to see what is around. There's tall fences everywhere. There's hedges everywhere. There's quite a few areas where there's quite dense vegetation. There's also a nice house. Look at that for a beautiful house on the main road. No, let's stick with this one. It's got the fence around it. Now we do have a very, very small chance of a house alarm going off. Just grab that now. So every time I enter a new building, I'm going to be braced for it, but it's also a chance for the zombies to set off the house alarms. As always, there will be in the description a link to the Steam mod collection for the mods for this series, as well as the very obvious Project France, the French. Oh, it's brilliant. Can opener, awesome. As long as the very obvious French influence, we got some really interesting. Oh, that's a shame. Really interesting mods, some quite interesting settings as well. Let's make this place clear. Let's drop off a few bits of gear. Let's get on the main road and let's head towards that pharmacy. We see if we can grab some really valuable medical supplies. Yeah, well, that is the house searched. We're going to drop off a few more items before we head back on outside. But this is going to be Pierre's house for a couple of days, maybe. It's a little bit on the small side, so I can't see us staying here for long. But it's going to have to do for now. You can see we've got some interesting mods. As I said, additional skill books. We've already got a fine selection of Volume 1 books. Not a bad start. Yeah, one of the problems with having a high fence all the way around is it's actually quite difficult to get out. This is a really densely packed residential area. Let's see if we can sneak through this fence. We're going to check out that big house. Can we get through? We can. We're just going to check out this big house here, and then we're just going to, tempting fate maybe a little bit, we're just going to head south on this road, see if we can get to the pharmacy before it gets dark. Okay, well this just doing a bit of a circular around the house before we head in, so we don't want to get surrounded like we almost did just a few hours earlier. You can see I'm going with the saucepan. I will go through traits and skills in a short while, but Pierre is a construction worker, so he's already got 2 or 3 levels in short blunt, so even though it's a saucepan, it's going to be really effective with it. You saw the knockdowns were really good. Hopefully we'll come up with better options soon, but a saucepan, it isn't bad. Okay, well, I like this house. It's got a big garage, well, it's got 2 big garages. That is kind of on the outskirts. It is on the road, but it doesn't look like there's any other buildings on the other side of the road. It's just forest and a train track, so I kind of think this might actually be a better option. But for now, we just want to concentrate on looting it, clearing it of zombies, making it safe. Really want to get to that pharmacy by the end of today, if I can. Okay, but it looks like pretty much the whole ground floor is just the garage space, which I like. I've got an extra floor. Yeah, this is a nice house. I like this. It's executive living, right? It's a really nice place. Ooh, it's got some food. And it's got a frying pan. Okay, well, another interesting mod is guides trait magazines, which adds to the loot table a chance of trait magazines, so you can read a magazine and gain certain traits. So there's only about 12 different traits available, but definitely organized would be very welcome right now. So before we do anything else, go anywhere, we're going to read this magazine. Okay, well, we are coming across vast array of magazines. Clearly reading is very, very, very important in France, in Paris. We definitely need to get reading on some of these. And another useful magazine. Look at that. Look at that. I think we're just gonna have to stay here today now. It's 8 o'clock. We got some reading to do. The place is pretty clear. It is a beautiful house. I love it. I like the garage space on the ground floor, but I'm thinking, is it a great place for when the bandits come? Do we want to actually take a ground floor base? Everything's on the one floor, so if we need to make a quick exit, we got that option here. We got one exit, and if that exit is not possible, it could all be over in seconds. But as I said earlier, we got a couple of days, couple of weeks, I think, before the bandits will start appearing. So we got a bit of time to find that perfect place. But for now, we're going to chill out for the rest of the evening here. We're going to read those skill magazines that we found, and maybe read a few pages of maybe carpentry, maybe foraging, I'm not sure, but something. And then tomorrow morning, fresh and early, we're going to head straight for that pharmacy. Okay, next morning, Pierre's had a really good night's sleep. He is raring to go. It is very, very foggy outside, as you can see, which is going to make things a little bit problematic. But let's grab some breakfast and then let's head on, get to that pharmacy. Wow, on the main street, it's already another 3 hours have gone by. Before I came out, I just wanted to take advantage of Pierre's fast reader rate, and we read through the sneaking book. We want to level that up as quickly as possible. That's going to help Pierre become quite difficult to find. Hopefully he can sneak away from bandits if he needs to. The pharmacy is just, well, that pharmacy is right there. They're right there, and at the moment see a single zombie, but what I can see is the first car we found. It is pretty good. There is some battery, of course, no gas, but I think we should mark that on the map. There's no key, but we could find a burglar skill magazine, so we could get the ability to hotwire vehicles just like that. We made it around to the front of the pharmacy, and there is not a zombie in sight. This is a big surprise, but yeah, there's no zombies anywhere. There's a lot of loot potentially to be found, so let's take advantage of it. Let's get inside. Hopefully find some bottles. We can get some water. We got one. But also find a load of meds, painkillers, beta blockers, all sorts of other gear. Sleeping tablets, vitamin pills. Yeah, we're back with the old vitamin pills. To keep Pierre awake. This is build 41, remember. Okay, let's get inside. Let's grab what we can while we can. Those are some really generously stocked shelves. Really surprised. Everything is rare or extremely rare. Let's load up on calories. And let's hope we can find some meds. It's brilliant. We've got some water. Let's grab as much of this as we can. But where's the medicine? This is supposed to be a farmer's. There we go. There's definitely some zombies nearby. Really nearby. Let's make this quick. Okay, well that is the shop floor, the ground floor sorted out. It is stripped clean. Those shelves are empty, and we got a lot of gear. We're really overweight right now. We got painkillers. We got vitamin pills, but no beta blockers just yet. Fortunately, we got exactly the right weapon to break down this door. Let's get in while we can. Let's hope this noise doesn't attract any nearby zombies. Okay, we're in. Brilliant. First lot of beta blockers. You may have also seen we've got an agility booster as well. That is another mod that's going to make things potentially a little bit interesting. Now, do we want to go up those stairs? Do we want to risk it? I don't think we do. We can come back. We got a load of meds. Let's not get greedy. We're really overweight, over encumbered. There's definitely zombies nearby. Let's see if we can haul all this back to our safe house. And of course, we didn't get very far before we caught the attention of one zombie. Really over encumbered, so this is going to be difficult, but it is just one zombie. Phew. I made it back to our safe house without any problems whatsoever. Didn't see a single zombie. Looked off in the distance, nothing. Where the hell are they all? Okay, let's drop off all this gear. I mean, look at it. Loads of alcohol wipes, a bottle of disinfectant. Let's keep that on us, and the beta blockers. Let's drop off the painkillers and anything else we don't need. We've got a lot of gear here. I think next we need to maybe get to some sort of shopping center or some sort of commercial area, some shops where there's going to be car parks. The priority now is finding a vehicle, getting out of town before the bandits start showing up. Okay, well, you know what? Before we do head out, let's just get a little bit of a rundown of what Pierre can do. We do have a little bit of a bug with one of our mods. I haven't figured it out yet, but you can see it's been quiet. 19 zombies killed in the first day. It's a pretty meta build. High thirst, hearty appetite, prone to illness. Of course he's French, so he smokes. That's why he's anxious pretty much all the time. We need to find some smokes. That could be a priority as well. Weak stomach, scared of the rain, scared of fog, if you wonder what that is. But cat's eyes, fast reader, outdoorsman, lucky. He's a gun enthusiast. He's a gym rat. He is stout, fit, so he's strong and fit. He's organised. Hopefully we can find some more trait magazines and get even more traits. Skills wise, it looks like a short list, doesn't it? But we got quite a big boost in short blunt. That is going to come in real handy in melee combat. Sneak in, we're starting out on that. But we got some aiming and reloading. Don't know what we're going to do when we do come up against a bandit. The plan at the moment is just to run away. But at some point we might not have a choice, so we can get good with guns. That could also save Pierre's life. But let's do some more loot runs. Let's maybe, I don't know, let's check out a few homes nearby, see if we can find some more useful skill magazines maybe. Wow, this is crazy. Just up the road again we got some more crops. Oh, we got a vehicle with a trailer. Okay, well again the saucepan is doing its job, a quick knockdown. We'll definitely make use of that lead pipe. We're being a little bit careless. We're not really paying enough attention to how many zombies might be nearby. We're just rolling up to them and taking them down. But it seems to be working. Okay. Okay, wow. Wow. I mean, the zombies are random, I should say, is one of the other things. So that means some of them are going to be tough, some are going to be weak. Most of them are pretty vanilla. I guess that was a tough one because he took a lot to go down. But definitely number one priority is to find a vehicle. So let's just take a few moments to look for a key for these ones. We've got some nice looking vehicles. Okay, well this one is locked up tight. It is a beautiful looking vehicle. No, appearances can be deceptive, I guess. Yeah, that is trash. Let's check out the other few vehicles nearby. Ooh. Now we got our first interesting bit of loot, some 9mm rounds and a French pistol with us iron sight. Wow. Wow, maybe we should actually look for a police station as well. That to-do list is growing. Okay, we've been spotted again, another zombie. Man, at the moment we're doing a really good job at taking on the zombies with just a saucepan. Okay, another one taken down. What can we see off up ahead? More residential. Okay, time is getting on. Let's check out this house. It's another big 2-story. There's 2 or 3 homes here. Let's see if we can blast through. Get some... Oh, again. We got another couple of cars though. That is the priority. Let's check them out. Well again, Pierre's making short work of it with nothing more than a saucepan. I'm really surprised just how empty this suburban area is. We've got 1.5 times zombie population, so that's midway between normal and high. But it is quiet. It is quiet. That could change, but we've got to take advantage of that. This vehicle looks like it'd be, yeah, look at that. There's a lot of, it looks like it would be perfect to take on long loot runs. But no key for it. No gas. Battery's okay though. We could get that one hot wired. We could, if we were really lucky, we could find a burglar's buddy skill magazine. Come back and get this hot wired. We've got to find a gas station as well. We've got to find some gas somehow. Ah, brilliant. We got a screwdriver. That is going to be useful. Hearing a lot of banging. Let's make this quick. Oh, we got a car with a key. We got a car with a key. God, we got to take advantage of this. Does it have any gas? There's a 2 or 3 story property there. That could be stuffed full of zombies. Yeah, there's that banging is intensifying. Let's see if we can get this vehicle started. Well, it's turning over, but it's not starting, which almost certainly means, ooh, wow, that is trash. That is a blow. That is trash. But no gas. Battery's awful. Yeah, we got a key, but we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. Let's head out of this place. I'm getting a little bit nervous at the amount of banging. Don't want loads of zombies to be pouring out of there. Let's get to the end of the road, search a few of these residential homes, see if we can find some useful gear. Okay, again, really surprised just how quiet it is around here. What happened to these poor fellows? Disturbed in the middle of a party. We got to smoke. We got to smoke, but we got no matches. Actually, that's another thing we need to find. Yeah, this house does appear to be empty. Let's keep our eyes and ears open for any sort of movement, any of those telltale little gurgles. Okay, well again, Pierre's really weighed down by the amount of good loot he's finding. Really do need to find a bag very, very soon. Okay, well absolutely nothing zombie-wise, and not a bad bit of loot either. Let's continue to go south, I guess, along this road. Work our way back towards a safe house. What do you think of the sweater? Beautiful. Okay, we're going to leave the crops for now because Pierre's already really weighed down already, and they'll be there. They'll be fine for a couple more days. Desperate to find a bag or some useful skill mags. But what we have found is a bike. Can we get on it? Okay, well, it's not giving us the option to hop on, so I presume it's actually just part of the map and can't actually be used. But that is another thing that we got to find to enjoy is bikes. But for now, let's get in this place. Let's see what other loot we can find. Okay, well, it's locked up tight, so we're gonna have to crawl in through a window. Let's hope there's no nasty surprises on the other side. Oof. It's dodgy. A real narrow corridor like that. Man, this is a small house. This is kind of weird. Okay, well, this is a really, really unusual house. And we've found a couple of bits in the kitchen. We're just drinking the soda straight away. We've got some sardines. Anything else? Ooh, I'd say so. Let's leave that. Wow, food's going off already. Okay, well, on to the neighbours, and again, it just doesn't seem to be any zombies nearby at all. We barely had to contend with a couple of dozen, and yeah, we're actually back here. This is that house that we like the look of at the start. Okay, well, nothing on the ground floor other than a few morsels of food. We can make use of that. We can definitely make use of that. That is going to help a little bit. I do like to keep little things like meds and pills and things like that in the fanny pack, so that would be useful. That would be, wow, okay, that's different. It'd be nice to have that fanny pack so it can get organised a little bit. Let's get in and see if we can. I think we're gonna, yeah, we're right next door. Let's drop off a lot of this gear. We're way overweight at the moment. Okay, we found a couple of magazines. We found some dog food. I think I'll pass. We are ridiculously overweight now. So much gear. I think that is going to have to be it for today. Wow, the first 2 days in Project France in Bourgival. Ooh, what is that? Look at that. The guide to unethical borrowing, the burglar trait. That means we can hotwire vehicles. That means we can hotwire vehicles. That means any decent vehicle we can find is ours for the taking. If we can find some gas. So that is definitely going to be the priority for the next episode. But for now, that is going to have to be all. What a beautiful, beautiful map this is. It is incredible. I am loving it. I was expecting a lot more zombies, but that could change next time. But for now, that's going to have to be all. Smash that like button, sub, comment. Make sure you're hitting that notification bell so you keep up to date when the next episode of Project France will be. But for now, that's going to have to be all. Peace.